In this video, I'm going to work with a Python program that uses the FPDF module. So I'm going to make a PDF file. I wanted some text to write, so I have some text, um, and I'm going to turn that text into sort of a ransom note that I save in PDF. All right, so I've done pip install FPDF2. And then I have imported it, and I'm also going to sort of get some use some randomness. I'm bringing in the random library. Let me show you what I make. So I run it, and now I have this PDF here, which I will open up. I think it'll open up for me in Edge, and I'm putting that text in sort of random fonts, some of them bold, some of them italics, and so on. That's my so-called ransom note. Okay, so I bring in the OS so I can make sure when I read this file that it understands where my Python is, and that my ransom note is original text for my ransom note is next to it. I've read the file. I am turning the contents of the file and casting it as a list, which gives me a list of individual characters. I am instantiating an FPDF object, doing a P, which is for portrait versus landscape. So the page will be taller than it is wide. The MM is that I'm working in my basic units are millimeters. I could do centimeters, I could do inches. I chose millimeters. And then there are different sort of standard paper sizes, and I chose letters. So you could choose like A4, which I think is a British size, or a legal size, or something like that. So choose just a basic letter. We're adding a page. I'm going to sort of write letter by letter into a cell, and the cell is going to have uh, an X position, a Y position, a width, and a height. So I start off with this W, H, X, and Y. I made them all 20s. I'm going to sort of be changing the font sizes randomly. So I have a list of font sizes. I'm going to be changing the fonts. I think we can install other fonts, but these are sort of the basic fonts that it comes uh, just built into FPDF. So I have my list of fonts, Courier, Helvetica, and Times. And then I'm calling them styles. I don't know what the right word is, but if it's quote, quote, then it is just a regular old font. If it's B, then it'll be bold, I will be italics, and BI will be bold and italics. And you can also do like underline, but it wasn't looking good for me, so I took it out. Okay. I'm looping over the letters. I am setting the font based on a random choice of the font, a random style, and a random size. I am incrementing my X, the sort of horizontal position, every time in the loop by 8. And then if the letter that I'm in as I loop, if my letter is a space, which is like a built-in sort of string slash character method, so it knows if the letter is a space. And if the X gets to be large, I just sort of more or less played around a bit, came up with this 140. Um, so this is me wrapping. So if I'm at a space in the word and I'm pretty far along horizontally, then I'm going to go back to the beginning, back to an X of 20, and increment my Y. So this is my wrapping code. And I'm not going to print that space. So continue, just sort of don't carry on with the loop. Okay. Um, I use my X and Y to position myself, and then I make a cell of a given width and height and the letter. And I'm casting, it wants a string here, so I cast the letter, which may be a character, as a string. And finally, when I'm all done, I save my ransom note. So here's my ransom note at this stage. Dear, the E is bold. Let's run it again and see the randomness. So I should have, let me run it one more time just to be sure. Okay, one more time. And this should be different now that the A is bold or something. So I'm getting a random letter. So that was it. Just some fun, some basic fun with the FPDF module. Um, Open it, start a page, portrait or landscape, units, what size paper, play with font sizes, fonts, and styles, and write some text. The XY was all because of my random ransom note kind of stuff. But if you um, don't play with XY, if you just put down cells, then they get placed sort of going across sort of horizontally one after the other. So it will do some figuring out of the X and Y so you don't have to. I was just doing it because of what I wanted to do with this ransom note and finally some saving. All right, that's it for this example. Thanks for your attention.